Strengths Quest is an online assessment which reveals a person's top 5 leadership themes. The idea is to discover and develop one's strengths rather than focus on improving weak areas. It encourages people to build on the ways they most naturally think, feel, and behave. This can be very helpful for students to determine what careers they are most suited for. It is also a valuable tool to use in work groups so that each person's strengths are utilized to maximize effectiveness of the department's efforts. This 30-minute assessment will analyze your talents and passions to provide you valuable feedback about what capacities your leadership strengths would excel with.
I like learning new things, like I love learning new foreign language, I love learning new musical instruments.
Best thing about me as a leader, I think, is my ability to get people involved, get them excited.
Best leadership strength is probably getting everyone on a shift, say here at Clyde's, to work together, and everyone, if there's any issues, like solving them between employees or anything like that, everyone works well together here.
My best leadership strength, I would probably say, is my organization.
Best leadership strength. I think understanding people's feelings. I think I'm pretty. I can relate to people pretty easily. I think that's really important. If you want to be a leader, you need to understand people's needs other than yours, and you need to work around that or work with that and try to achieve whatever your goal is.
I would say positivity is really essential in being a leader, and understanding relationships. Especially, I work here at the outdoor recreation program, so we have people from all walks of life that go on our trips and stuff, so it's really important to be able to understand where people are coming from and then being able to relate to them where they are.
My biggest weakness is probably the fact that I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. By a little bit, I mean a lot. It's the little details that always irritate me.
My biggest weakness, gosh, it's not that I have so many strengths, but my biggest weakness would be confrontation. I'm not a big fan of confrontation. It doesn't mean that I won't confront something if I don't believe in it, but it's just something I try to avoid.
A leader should be someone who just doesn't boss around, divides the efforts amongst himself and the entire group.
A leader, to me, has motivation, is easy to follow, easy to get along with. A leader is always someone that's well liked.
I think a leader should be someone who can lead from the front, and if they want to instill something in a group, like suppose a certain quality, like determination, hard work, all that stuff, it needs to come from within them.
My definition of a leader is someone who guides people by example. One way that I always like to think of it is not someone who's sitting behind them, telling them what to do, someone that's in front of them, actually showing them what to do.
Currently, I'm an academic tutor, and that's not just about teaching students of how to cope up with class, but that's also to push them in the right direction and show them how to achieve academic success.
Yeah, I think this one time in high school, I actually led a group at a autism center. That was a lot of fun because it taught me a lot about leadership, taught me a lot about understanding your group members' feelings and how they react to certain situations, and how you have to work with them and stuff like that. So that was probably my best leadership experience.
After completing the assessment, you will be given an in-depth look at the 5 leadership themes that you reflect best. Each of those themes comes from one of 4 categories.
Those dominant in the executing category are the people that you can turn to implement a solution. People with the strength to execute are able to catch an idea and make it a reality. Some personality traits that would be in this category are responsibility, consistency, discipline, and many others.
People with strengths in the domain of strategic thinking keeps you focused on what could be. They are continually absorbing and analyzing information in order to make better decisions, using their previous experiences to gain understanding and insight into the situation. These people continually stretch our thinking for the future.
Individuals who lead by influencing help their organization by selling their team's ideas. They may use few words, but their confidence will win followers. With a talent for influencing, leaders keep in mind the greater purpose for the well-being of an organization.
People with relationship building as a strength tend to be the glue that holds their group together. To be more specific, they use many different methods to motivate their followers towards a goal that they couldn't complete as a group of individuals. This leadership category is essential to having a united group.
To complete the Strengths Quest assessment and discover what your strengths are, you have a couple of different choices. To get access, you can go to strengthsquest.com and then go to the Purchase tab. From there, you can either purchase just the assessment for $9.99, and this will give you your top 5 strengths. A second option is to buy the book, which comes with the access code for the assessment. The book holds more information about all the strengths instead of just your top 5. The book can be purchased for $20.
Taking the Strengths Quest assessment has given each of us a different look at how we lead and how we can utilize our strengths to benefit the people who follow us. No matter which category you are most dominant in, it is important to remember that strengths are comprised of talent and investment. You can improve your skills in each category by setting goals and observing the people around you. We hope you'll take some time to think about your own leadership strengths and how they affect you and the people you lead. Start by choosing your adventure with Strengths Quest.